Peace and love, family, and welcome back to an extremely brief um, check-in for the Sunday Hope and Healing session. During the Sunday Hope and Healing sessions, I, Royce Fletcher Thomason, uh, come to offer encouragement, hope, and actual healing. Uh, for the last 20, little over 20 years now, I've been teaching a methodology of healing, referred to as transcending the matrix, and it's something that actually demonstrates um, demonstrates God is a healer. I know God's a healer because I've demonstrated it thousands of times all over the globe, even though I've not traveled physically all over the globe. Um, and it looks really at the totality of a person's beingness. From a very much holistic standpoint. Sees the interconnection between things that are going on mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically in terms of what's going on in the body temple, what's going on with mental health, and so forth, and the interconnectedness of those things. So I'm doing this check-in while I'm driving. I've actually got the directions pulled up on my phone. Um, Traveling to see my niece be baptized. I was blessed to be in the delivery room when this niece was born. Greetings, Curly Conscious King. I was blessed to be in the delivery room when this niece was born, and now she's being born again. Um, so I'm going to see her be baptized. I was actually also in the delivery room when her brother was born, and her older brother was born, and was there for his baptism as well. So I'm going to this church. Actually, the church is a little ways from me, but the main location is literally right next door to where I live. Where she's being baptized, however, is not. But my sincere apologies. I spoke this morning at Transforming Love Community. Terry Vassar, good to see you, my brother. And my mother, Ronnie Hall, good to see you're in the space. I hope to be there before she's baptized. Um, at any rate, I was going through a lot of changes to attempt to download the message from when I spoke at Transforming Love Community this morning, and then to play that as today's broadcast. I felt good about the message, and I feel like it would have been a blessing to anybody who would have tuned in to have caught that today. However, after much messing with it, I just wasn't able to get it situated. If I had more time to get it situated, I possibly could have. But if I had more time to have gotten it situated, I could have just done the regular live broadcast as I typically would, rather than trying to do it from the car, which I hope I'm on time for um, for her baptism. But anyway, I would definitely want to send a lot of love to everybody out there, and I would like to direct you to still be able to catch that message if you are interested in doing so. If you go to the Facebook page of Shahira Stevens, or the YouTube, really YouTube would be preferable, but you can catch it either place. Shahira Stevens is spelled SHAR. Wait a minute, I got to write it out in my mind. SHAREEH Stevens, STHEPHENS. Yeah, and you can catch it. You can catch that on YouTube, or if you go to our Facebook page, you can catch it there. Sorry, I wasn't able to share that or do a more in depth to the degree that I would like to today's Sunday Hope and Healing session. I do want to say, however, whether you've checked in to this before or not, whether you've checked into any of our Hope and Healing sessions, or you're familiar with this work that is transcending the matrix, what I do want to say is that all of the things that we experience in this physical world is really an effect. Nothing is really ultimately caused here. And the things that you have in your body, even if you have experienced an accident where you broke a bone or something, even even though on a surface level it might seem like your accident is the cause of whatever the challenge, the problem that you're having, the health challenge or whatever, or even if you have a life situation and somebody else was involved in that, even though it seems like they might have been the cause of things not working out the way that you really would have liked for them to in your life, really those things are just symptoms of something else that's going on a deeper level. And uh, things that don't necessarily, it's not necessarily what always meets the eye. It's usually something that's deeper, well beneath the surface. And um, the real key to real change, the real key to real healing, the real key to real transformation is really getting to the root of things. In the ancient Sanskrit language, there's a term referred to as Maya. And for some people who've been on a spiritual path, you might hear the term illusion, that things in this world are as an illusion. And it's the word illusion is the way the ancient Sanskrit term Maya is typically loosely translated. And what it really actually means more accurately really is that things are not as they seem. That things aren't as they seem. And so that manifests in terms of our life situations. It manifests in terms of our interactions with other people and how our relationships with them show up. It manifests in terms of our physical health as well. And so really in each and every situation, there's something going on that is a truer truth than the version of reality that we're seeing through the filter of our life experiences, prejudices, judgment, pain, trauma. Sorry for that interruption. I don't know if you could hear that or not. But at any rate, all of these things are really the manifestation of our misperceptions, including whatever is going on in terms of our body temple or that of loved ones. And I'm so deeply grateful that I've been blessed with an approach to be able to identify what the root cause is behind these sorts of issues and address those things from the point of the causal root, where real healing, where real transformation actually takes place. I'm very thankful that I get to be blessed to not only, help people experience what's, sometimes referred to as medical miracles. I say medical miracles because to me, a tumor being removed isn't the real miracle. A person who's been in pain for 20, 30 years and in a matter of a few moments no longer having that physical pain, to me, that's not the real miracle. Those things are signs and wonders. The signs and wonders are there to get people's attention. And the purpose of getting people's attention is to be able to hear and receive the message. And the message is a message of love. The message is a message of oneness, of how we're all connected. And that message, any teacher, whoever came to teach, that's what their message was about, really. That's what the ultimate message is really all about. And so the true miracle is a changed heart. And yes, I do this work of transcending the matrix to empower people, to help people not have to have physical pain and not have to live with dis-ease. Whether you're looking at dis-ease in terms of areas of life where a person may just feel uneasy, or medical diseases, right? And so on some level, that's very gratifying and very meaningful, and I'm thankful and blessed and honored and humbled to be able to do that work and to be able to share this knowledge and this gift that I've been blessed by God with for the betterment of other people. But that's only a part of it. On a much deeper level, I'm on a peace mission. I'm on a peace mission. Not everybody, I may be a minister. I may be a Christian minister. Not everybody who receives the healing, however, falls into that category, religious background. There are people who look differently than me, vote differently than me, believe differently than me, love differently than me, who are different than me and, virtually every way other than being a fellow human being. That this work has worked with. Because the reality is, although we caught up in the matrix, caught up in the illusion, caught up in the Maya, see ourselves as separate from one another, the great true point of really loving one another rather than finding things to fight about, rather than always being at odds with people, whether it's nations, whether it's different sects, sects, different sects, different individuals, whatever the case might be, that we can celebrate our similarities and even be able to celebrate others for in whatever ways they might be different from us. They may not choose to live their life the same way that we might choose to. They may not necessarily align with the same things that we align with. However, the fact that they exist likeness of God, just like you were. And in that sense, just like you are worthy of love, and just like you are worthy of grace, and just like you are worthy of all the blessings that God has for you, which you are, by the way. Um, everyone is. There's nobody who has ever lived that God loves more than you. I want you to get that in your spirit. There's nobody who's ever lived that God loves more than God loves you. Now, interestingly enough, simultaneously, there's also nobody who's ever lived that God loves less than God loves you. Now, you might not really think that's fair, and that's okay. The reality is you've done some stuff that wasn't too cool in the course of your lifetime. And if, there may be some people who've done some stuff to you that wasn't too cool that you might need therapy about. But guess what? There's somebody who's been in or is in now, or even though they haven't been, may need some therapy because of you, may need some healing because of you. And I'm not saying that to shame you. Absolutely not. We don't need to shame anybody. You don't need to be shamed, and you don't need to shame anybody else either. The key is that all of us who do things that aren't really up to snuff, all of us who do things that hurt other people, all of us who've done things that have hurt ourselves, all of us who do things that are not in how do I get okay, my apologies. My mother started calling. I don't know why she started calling when she knows I'm doing this live broadcast, but she started calling and it muted my mic. So I hope that you didn't miss too much. Um, but at any rate, what I want to say is that all of us who have issues, all of us who make mistakes, who do things that just aren't too cool, whether unconsciously or on purpose, is the result of some level of trauma or some level of pain, some level of brokenness. Let me just use that term, brokenness, that exists within. And the way to resolve that is by resolving the way to resolve that behavior and those attitudes is resolving the brokenness. What is the resolution of brokenness? It's healing. Healing is what causes brokenness to be eliminated. Healing. And so that's why so passionate about this work. You know, the more people are healed, or the more people who are living in a state of healing or being healed or healed, the less people are walking around and acting out brokenness. Brokenness begets brokenness. Wholeness begets wholeness. And so the more people I can help uh, support in their healing journey, the more people I can train and teach and facilitate how to access this healing power that's transcending the matrix. You know, I feel like the better life can be for all of us, and by all of us I mean all of humanity, all of us, right? This is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, I presume I will soon be pulling up where my niece is being baptized. Um, but as always, I send you forth with a lot of peace and love, and I look to see you next time.